Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to discuss important repeated board questions of genetics class 10th ICSE. Right? Class 10th ICSE important board questions which are repeatedly asked. Right? A nitrogenous base in DNA, nucleotide, a cross between two parents having one pair of contrasting characters, it is called monohybrid cross. The repeated component of each DNA strand lengthwise chromatids. A pair of corresponding chromosomes of the same shape and size and derived one from each parent. It is homologous chromosomes. Phenotype is the observable characteristic which is genetically controlled. Right? Genotype and phenotype. What is genotype? Genotype, it is the genetic constitution for any trait of an individual, whereas phenotype, it is the morphological expression of an individual for any trait. State law of segregation, why it is known as law of purity of gametes. Now here, see here, state law of segregation, why it is known as law of purity of gametes. When a pair of allelomorphs are brought together in the hybrid, they coexist or remain together in the hybrid without contaminating each other, and they separate completely and pure during the formation of the gametes. Okay? The gametes are always pure for a particular character because a gamete may carry either the dominant or the recessive factor, but not both because it is haploid structure. So this law is also called law of purity of gametes, or you can also say this law of purity gametes, that two factors controlling one character segregate or separate from each other during the formation of gametes is also known as law of purity of gametes. Law of purity of gametes or law of segregation, they are one and the same thing. That states law of segregation that the two factors means the genes, two genes controlling one character segregate or separate from each other during the formation of gametes. This is called law of purity of gametes. I hope it is clear. Color blindness is more frequent in males as compared to the females. Why? See, color blindness, it is more frequent in males, because color blindness is X-linked character. In males only one X character is there, that it consists of X and Y. As it consists of X and Y, ये X और Y, ये है आपका मेल करेक्टर. मेल में चूंकि एक ही जीन होता है, तो अगर जीन इससे कलेस्ट होगा तो मेल होगा, बट इन केस ऑफ फीमेल दे कंसिस्ट ऑफ 2x. तो इसमें कलर ब्लाइंड तब होगा जब दोनों ही जीन कैरियर होंगे. अगर एक होगा तो फीमेल कैरियर होगी लेकिन कलर ब्लाइंड नहीं होगी. चूंकि इसमें डबल, इसलिए मेल के चांसेस, चूंकि मेल में एक ही एक्स क्रोमोसोम होता है, इसलिए मेल में कलर ब्लाइंड होने के चांसेस ज्यादा है. सी, कलर ब्लाइंडनेस इज मोर फ्रीक्वेंट इन मेल्स एज का बिकॉज female has two X chromosome, that is XX, while male carry only one. If this chromosome is affected, the male will be colorblind. But in females, when both will be affected, then only they will be colorblind. It is concerned with X chromosomes only. Right? Excuse me. Name the pair of genes responsible for a particular characteristics in an individual. The pair of genes responsible for the particular the pair of the genes, they are known as the alleles responsible for characteristics in an individual. These characteristics pairs which are responsible for an individual, they are known as alleles or allelomorph. They are known as allele or allelomorph. Allele. This I told you here. You can see. Name the pair of genes responsible for a particular characteristics in an individual. In an individual, there is allelomorph or allele, and name the structure that transmits the characteristics from parents to offspring. They are chromosomes. Gene, that is the gene is a part of a chromosome where it contains. Explain mutation. They are all repeated word question. Mutation is any sudden hereditary change in the genetic makeup of an individual other than that which may be caused by the recombination of the genes. New species arises due to mutation. Mutations may be useful or harmful. They are large and sudden, and they are subjected to the natural selection. I hope it is clear. Yes, explain mutation. I told you transmission of the characters from parents to offspring, that is the genes. Okay. Pure and hybrid strain definition. Monohybrid and dihybrid cross. Phenotypic ratio. Phenotypic ratio in case of monohybrid cross, it is 3 raised to 1, and in dihybrid cross, it is 9 raised to 3 raised to 3 raised to 1. Whereas in F1 generation, they are all, whatever the color, if round and yellow, all are in the in monohybrid class 1. If the tall and drop, then all plants are tall. There the percentage of hybrid and pure tall, they are in the ratio of 3 raised to 1. Here they are in the ratio of 9 raised to 3 raised to 3 raised to 1 in case of dihybrid cross. Human skin cell and human ovum, number of chromosomes. See, in human skin cell, 23 pairs, yeah, or 46 chromosome. Human ovum, if in ovum it is 23, 22 plus X, or human, or it may be 22 plus Y. Anywhere will be the chromosome. In the human ovum number of, see, अगर female X होगा या 22 plus Y, ये भी. Yes, there. Now here, give biological or technical term. They are the only repeated one. The type of the genes in which the presence of a contrasting allele is not expressed, genotype. Suppressed allele, recessive. An alteration in the genetic material that can be inherited, mutation. A pair of corresponding chromosomes of the same size and shape, one from each parent, they are the homologous chromosomes. Conditions in which a pair of chromosomes carry similar alleles of a particular character, similar allele the similar alleles for a particular zygous, that is the I think they are the homozygous or the homologous chromosomes are there, in which both factors controlling one characters, they are similar. It is the homozygous, not hetero, it is homozygous. Differentiate genotype, phenotype, we have already discussed here. In a certain species of animal, black fur is dominant over brown fur. Predict a genotype and phenotype offsprings when both parents are capital B and small b, or have heterozygous black fur. Heterozygous black fur means these are obtained in F1 generation. Then you are asked genotype and offspring of both the parents animals black fur. ये black fur है, ये dominant है, brown fur dominant. Genotype and phenotype of the offsprings when both parents are or have heterozygous. This is the same character represented, they are known as heterozygous. Condition pair of chromosomes carry similar as for a particular character. It is heterozygous black fur. Heterozygous black fur मतलब इसमें दूसरा character भी carry करता है. तो इसका जो जनरेशन होगा, yes, see here, in a certain species animal, black fur is dominant over brown fur. Predict a genotype. See, black fur is capital B, brown fur is small b and small b. In the hybrid homozygous, it will be capital B, small b, crossed with the capital B and small b. Now here, if they are crossed with the capital B with the small b, they are the parents. Now here, the gametes which are formed here, these are the gametes, capital B, small b, capital B, small b. Now here either this will cross with this, form capital B, either this is crossed with this capital B, small b. Is small b crossed with the capital B? This one, it is small b, capital B, or this is crossed with it. So here it is pure black, it is hybrid black, it is hybrid black, it is pure brown fur. तो द जीनोटाइप इज 1:2:1। जेनेटिकली देखिए, एक ये है, ये दोनों कैपिटल बी स्मॉल बी हैं दो, और ये स्मॉल बी है। फिर एक्सटर्नली दे विल बी 3 कैपिटल बी, so 3 black fur and 1 pure brown, it will be in the form of the ratio 3:1। ये सेम है अब लॉ ऑफ प्योरिटी ऑफ गैमेट्स, इट इज द F2 generation। now I hope it is clear, right? And state Mendel's law of dominance, you know very well the Mendel's law of according to the law, see, according to the law of dominance states, when two contrasting alleles are present, one expresses itself phenotypically and is called dominant, whereas the other remains unexpressed and is known as the recessive character. Law of dominance. Discuss what is dihybrid ratio. Defined when is already discussed over here. Now state Mendel's law of dominance. When a pure tall plant is crossed with a pure dwarf plant of Punnett square to show the Punnett square to show F1 and F2 generation. Give the phenotype of the F2 generation. In the F2 generation, it is 3:1, 3 tall plants and 1 short plant. Phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio of F1 and F2 generation. इसमें just generation, here you can see phenotypic ratio as see, capital tall plant is crossed with small dwarf plant, then the dominance in F1 generation all tall plants are obtained, and here genetic ratio is same and the phenotypic ratio is all tall and genetically all are hybrid. Now here if these hybrids are self crossed, देखिए ये आपके हैं, ये पुनीत स्क्वायर में है, अगर इसको सेकंड जनरेशन में आप क्रॉस करेंगे तो जब ये देखिए आपका प्रोटॉल हुआ, अब इसको मेल और फीमेल को आप फर्दर क्रॉस करेंगे तो जो आपका रेशो आएगा वो 3 टॉल प्लांट्स एंड 1 डॉफ प्लांट। ये है फिनोटिपिक रेशो जो कि आपको दिखाई देता है, जो आप आंख से देखेंगे तो 3 टॉल प्लांट्स होंगे और 1 डॉफ होगा। अगर ये जीनोटिपिक रेशो होगा तो जीनोटिपिक 1:2:1, क्यों? 1 इज प्योर टॉल, 1 इज प्योर डॉफ एंड 2 आर हाइब्रिड्स। यहां पर फिनोटिपिक रेशो जो आपको दिखाई दे रहा है वो 3:1, 3 आर टॉल, 1 इज ड्रॉफ। 3 लंबे हैं, 1 छोटा है। लेकिन अगर जेनेटिकली देखेंगे तो एक प्योर टॉल है, एक प्योर डॉर्फ है और 2 हाइब्रिड है, दैट इज कैपिटल टी एंड स्मॉल टी। Name any one sex-linked disease found in the humans: color blindness, hemophilia, anyone you can write. Find the odd one out of the same category: hemophilia, color blindness, albinism, night blindness. Hemophilia, color blindness, and albinism, they are sex-linked, where night blindness is the odd one out. Thymine, cytosine, adenine, pepsin. Thymine, cytosine, adenosine, ये nitrogenous bases है, pepsin is an enzyme. टाइफॉइड, हीमोफीलिया, एल्बिनिज्म, कलर ब्लाइंडनेस, ये तीनों जेनेटिक डिजीज है और टाइफॉइड इज बैक्टीरियल डिजीज। हेमोजाइगस प्लांट हैविंग राउंड एंड येलो सीड and crossed with the homozygous plant having wrinkled and green. Give the scientific name of the plant on which Mendel experimented disease है। मेंडल ने किसके ऊपर है? Pisum sativum, that is the P. Give the genotype of the F1 generation, it is 1. See, this is the generation, all seeds, yellow and round seeded plants, when self-pollinated, 4 types of seeds are obtained in a yellow and round, yellow and wrinkled, round and green, wrinkled and green. Ratio होगा 9:3:3:1. 9 plants yellow and round, yellow and wrinkled 3 plants, round and green 3 plants, wrinkled and green, it is 1 plant will be obtained. देखिए जब पहले येलो एंड राउंडेड प्योर, ये स्मॉल येलो और राउंड, ग्रीन और रिंकल्ड को हम क्रॉस करेंगे तो फर्स्ट जनरेशन में हमारे गैमेट्स ये बनेंगे, तब इसमें हमको ये प्लांट मिलेगा हाइब्रिड। दिस इज हाइब्रिड प्लांट वी विल ऑब्टेन। अगर इस हाइब्रिड को जब हम सेल्फ क्रॉस करते हैं तो इसमें जो गैमेट बनेंगे, कैपिटल वाई कैपिटल आर, कैपिटल वाई स्मॉल आर, या स्मॉल वाई कैपिटल आर, या स्मॉल वाई स्मॉल आर, यही गैमेट्स आपके यहाँ भी बनेंगे, कैपिटल वाई कैपिटल आर, स्मॉल वाई स्मॉल आर, स्मॉल वाई कैपिटल आर, स्मॉल वाई स्मॉल आर। ये कैपिटल वाई, इसमें इसमें सारे रेशो हमने आपको दिए 9:3 थे। 9 प्लांट्स किस करेंगे होंगे येलो एंड राउंड, 3 कैसे होंगे येलो और रिंकल्ड, बाकी 3 कैसे होंगे राउंड और ग्रीन, और आखिरी वन आपका रिंकल्ड और ग्रीन, ये वाला प्लांट रहेगा। ये देखिए मैंने इसमें आपको हर चीज एक दो कंसिडर करके दी है। देखिए ये आपका हो गया, ये चूज द करेक्ट आंसर, आंसर द फॉलोइंग ऑप्शंस, रेसेसिव, हेटेरोजाइगस, होमोजाइगस, F2। इसमें है वाइलिंग, करेक्ट आंसर रेसेसिव जीन इन वन एक्सप्रेसेस इटसेल्फ इज इन F2 जनरेशन। रेसेसिव जीन किसमें, फर्स्ट जनरेशन में नहीं, सेकंड जनरेशन में अफेक्ट करता है। Given below is a schematic representation showing Mendel's seed pea plant having axial flower with the root seeds and the terminal flowers with the wrinkled seeds. Study the same and answer. Give the phenotype of F1 progeny. Phenotype of F1 progeny, all are axial and round. Capital A, capital R. तो इसमें जो फर्स्ट जनरेशन में आपके आगे गैमेट्स बनेंगे कैपिटल ए कैपिटल आर कैपिटल ए, ये सेकेंड प्रोजेनी है। टर्मिनल रिंकेड, ये सीड्स बनेंगे, यानी कि एक प्योर टॉल प्योर डार्क। तो जब इसके आएंगे तो ये फर्स्ट प्रोजेनी में ये आपके कैसे गैमेट्स होंगे, ऑल आर एक्सियल एंड राउंड। गिव द फिनोटाइप ऑफ F2 प्रोजेनी प्रोड्यूस्ड ओवर देयर, ये सेम तरह का है। F2 प्रोजेनी में 4 तरह के प्लांट्स मिलेंगे, 9:3:3:3:1। गिव द फिनोटाइप ऑफ द F2 प्रोजेनी, ये आपका कैपिटल ए आर, ये है। ये given the schematic diagrammatic showing Mendel's sweet pea plant showing axial flowers with the axial flowers and round seeded, same question है। ये देखिए given the phenotypic of all plants are axial flower with the round seeded, phenotypic ratio 9:3:3:1, and give the phenotypes of the F2 progeny when self-pollinated in a 9 plants axial and rounded, 3 plants axial and wrinkled, 3 plants round and terminal, 1 is terminal and wrinkled. Name and explain the law induced by Mendel's on the basis of the apex. Explain the law. Here the law is the law which is explained here, law of independent assortment. Now which law is explained here? See, law of independent assortment states that the factors controlling different characters assort independently during the formation of gamete. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि जब ये गैमेट्स जीन फॉर्मेशन करते हैं, गैमेट फॉर्मेशन होता है, तो गैमेट फॉर्मेशन के दौरान कोई भी किसी को ओवरलैप नहीं करता है, सब कैरेक्टर्स जो होते हैं आपस में सेपरेट सेग्रीगेट हो जाते हैं। अब इसमें एक ये और क्वेश्चन आपका आता है, ये वाला बोर्ड क्वेश्चन है, दिस इज आल्सो अ बोर्ड क्वेश्चन। व्हेन ए पी प्लांट this one you see, a pea plant which is homozygous for green pods which are inflated is crossed with the homozygous plant for yellow pods which are constricted. Give the phenotypic and genotype of that generation. Which type of pollution has occurred to this? All are hybrids phenotypically and all are green pods while inflated seed. Write a phenotypic ratio of this generation. The phenotypic ratio of this generation, the phenotypic ratio, these all are hybrids. देखिए ये आपका है पाइसन सर ने स्टेट मेंडल्स ऑफ सेग्रीगेशन ऑफ गैमेट्स, ये भी हम आपको बता दें, लॉ ऑफ प्योरिटी ऑफ गैमेट्स। दे जब गैमेट्स बनते हैं तो जो गैमेट्स होंगे वो सेपरेट होते हैं और प्योर होते हैं, कोई भी दूसरे साइंटिफिक नेम ऑफ द प्लांट विच मेंडल ऑब्जर्व इट इज द पाइसन सटाइवम। राइट द पॉसिबल द गैमेट्स दैट कैन बी ऑब्टेन टू हाइब्रिड्स व्हेन आर सेल्फ क्रॉस्ड। ये देखिए आंसर 3 जो है ये फिनोटिपिक रेशियो ऑफ द जनरेशन, ratio of this generation, it is the 9:3:3:1 phenotypic ratio. Write the possible combinations of the gametes that can be obtained. Possible gametes, ये gametes जो हैं ये कैपिटल G कैपिटल I कैपिटल G स्मॉल g कैपिटल I स्मॉल g स्मॉल I, ये gametes सेम पैटर्न फॉर्म हो रहेगा जैसे येलो एंड 9 green and inflated, 3 green and constricted, 3 inflated and yellow, 1 yellow and constricted genes. Mendel's law, etc. What is the scientific name of the plant which Mendel's? It is the Pison sativa. State Mendel's law of segregation. मेंडल्स लॉ ऑफ सेग्रीगेशन ऑफ गैमेट्स, ये हम आपको पहले भी बता चुके हैं. मेंडल्स लॉ ऑफ सेग्रीगेशन ऑफ द गैमेट्स इज लॉ ऑफ सेग्रीगेशन states that two factors controlling one character segregate or separate from each other during the formation of gamete. जो दो फैक्टर्स होते हैं वो अपने आप को गैमेट फॉर्मेशन में सेग्रीगेट, इसीलिए इसको लॉ ऑफ सेग्रीगेशन का, सेग्रीगेट मींस सेपरेट, आल्सो नोन एज प्योरिटी ऑफ गैमेट, यानी कि कोई भी गैमेट फॉर्मेशन में प्योरिटी जो गैमेट्स की होती है वो कंडस्ट होती है. जैसे यहाँ पर आप देखिए, ये है आपका गेन प्रोडक्ट, येलो ग्रीन सीड्स है, कैपिटल आर कैपिटल है, तो गैमेट्स देखिए सब सेपरेट. तो जो जीन्स जैसे होंगे वो उसका कैरेक्टर्स वैसे ही उसको रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे, ये कहीं भी किसी को ओवरलैपिंग नहीं होती है. ठीक है, तो ये क्वेश्चन आपका हो गया बोर्ड का रिपीटेड. सेम यही है इन मैंडल्स एक्सपेरिमेंट, tall pea plants dominate over dwarf pea plant. What is the phenotypic and genotypic of one generation if the homozygous tall plant is classed with the homozygous dwarf plant? ये हम आपको पहले भी बता चुके हैं. प्योर टॉल प्लांट, ये देखिए, pure tall plant cross with pure dwarf plant, then in the first generation we get all hybrid plant. Phenotypic ratio, all tall plants. F1 generation, if a tall plant is crossed with the homozygous dwarf, अगर ये tall plants homozygous dwarf plant से cross किया जाता है F2 generation में, ये tall plants हैं, अगर इसको हम F2 generation में self cross करते हैं तब जो होते हैं ये जीन्स अलग, कैपिटल टी स्मॉल टी, कैपिटल टी स्मॉल टी, तब इसमें हमको जो रेशो मिलेगा वो 3:1 का मिलेगा. पुनीत स्क्वायर, ये देखिए पुनीत स्क्वायर, कैपिटल टी स्मॉल टी, कैपिटल टी स्मॉल टी, ये चार हमको गैमेट्स मिले, या तो कैपिटल टी कैपिटल टी, कैपिटल टी स्मॉल टी, ये फिर कैपिटल टी स्मॉल टी, यानी कि ये प्योर टॉल है, ये दोनों हाइब्रिड हैं, ये प्योर डॉफ है. एक प्योर टॉल, दो हाइब्रिड, एक प्योर डॉफ. What is the phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio of the above cross in second? Phenotypic ratio 3:1, genotypic ratio 1:2:1. मेंडल्स लॉ ऑफ डोमिनेंस आप बहुत अच्छी तरह जानते हैं. लॉ ऑफ डोमिनेंस आपको बताया है हमने. लॉ ऑफ डोमिनेंस स्टेट व्हेन टू कॉन्ट्रास्टिंग कैरेक्टर्स आर प्रेजेंट, one expresses itself phenotypically is called dominant and other does not expresses itself is known as the recessive character. Because character which expresses itself is known as the law of dominance. What is dihybrid cross? Dihybrid cross, that is the law of independent assortment. According to the dihybrid cross, when we see the dihybrid cross, breeding between two individuals having two pure breeding crossing trait producing progeny hybrid for both the characters. कोई भी करेक्टर चाहे मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस हो चाहे डाईहाइब्रिड क्रॉस हो, किसी को भी ओवरलैप नहीं करता है. ठीक है, हियर आई हैव डिस्कस्ड ऑल द पॉसिबिलिटीज which have the repeated question. Same यहाँ पर है, tall and tall plant, Mendel's law of independent assortment, filter, same process आपके again repeated questions यही आए हैं. I hope everything is clear. Any doubt anywhere you can ask me in the comment section. Again we will meet in the next video. Thank you.